The best jobs for empaths. Empaths need to enjoy their work environment to feel healthy and happy, as most people do. However, because empaths can be less immune to stress than others, they have a harder time recovering from their work without becoming exhausted or sick. Empaths are creators, inventors, visionaries, artists, and people who know themselves first. We see the big picture as we move through the workday. We often think from the bottom up, which can make corporate and traditional office spaces too restrictive. But when our talents are applied, work can be rewarding, invigorating, and fun. Empaths thrive in the right work environment. Work that suits our nature can inspire us, put us in a creative zone, and increase our vitality and passion. Knowing that we have contributed to the greater good, even in the smallest way, also satisfies the empathic heart. However, the wrong job can suck the life right out of us and trigger many emotional and physical symptoms and respond to stress and emotional overload. In this video, I share some secrets to finding the best career that support your talents and sensory needs. Since we tend to work long hours, it is important that empathic well-being flourish there most of the time. Traditionally, they do better in low-stress jobs in smaller companies or independently. Empaths are usually happier working from home, away from the hustle and bustle of the office. Emotional vampires are much easier to deal with via email, phone, and text when they are further away. If you work from home, you can plan your schedule and take regular breaks. Many of my empathic friends prefer to be self-employed because they avoid the burnout and overwhelm of coworkers, managers, and busy schedules. Empaths tend to manage their time better rather than attending frequent team meetings required by large companies, unless the team is positive and cohesive. One empath told me, "I started a home business after several failed attempts to operate in office. As my own boss, I feel much more energetic and happy." Another empath told me, "I'm a seamstress who works from home. I could never be in an office 40 hours a week. The smell, sound, and lights make me sick." If you work for a company, it might be possible to set up a part-time home office and do your work virtual with constant access to the internet, email, text, and Skype. More and more people do not need to do their jobs well. Jobs be connected to your office. This is an advantage of empaths, giving them more options in the workplace. An empath who founded a local freelance company has this advice for sensitive people. "I used to work in a company and I was exhausted by office politics. Now I work on Skype and it's amazing. Think about what you like to do and where your skills lie. Then see if you can find a way to share it online." This is how the new job goes. But whether you work from home or alone in an office, be careful not to isolate or push yourself too much. Balance your alone time with colleagues and friends. Some of my empathic friends have found that working part-time from home is ideal. You can eliminate isolation by planning meetings with strangers. An empathic financial advisor who does this said, "I like to work independently and meet clients in different places. I'm not stuck in an office or at home, and I can make my own schedule." All of these options can be better than the sensory overload of commuting in heavy traffic or sitting in an office for at least 8 hours a day. Time management is key. How do these considerations translate into actual jobs? Empaths thrive as freelancers, writers, editors, artists, and other creative professions. Many actresses and musicians such as Scarlett Johansson, Jim Carrey, Alanis Morissette admit to being very sensitive. Other good jobs, including home office for web and graphic designers, virtual assistants, accountants or lawyers, and self-employed electricians, contractors, and plumbers who can make appointments themselves. Being a real estate agent or traveling business consultant can also be good if you set good boundaries for when you can be reached and don't overdo it. Landscaping and gardening, forestry, or other works that bring nature into the environment are suitable for empaths, as it protecting the earth and its ecosystem. Many empaths also enter helping professional because of their big hearts and desire to serve others. They become doctors, nurses, dentists, physical therapists, psychotherapists, social workers, life coaches, and non-profit workers or volunteers. Among other sincere jobs, working with animals, animal rescue, and veterinary medicine are also exciting options. But to be successful, empaths in the helping profession must learn how to empathize with the symptoms and distress of their friends and clients. I will cover this ability later in this video. Being a police or firefighter, although a heroic profession, can be too stressful for empaths, because these roles are characterized by intense sensory stimulation and constant physical and emotional trauma. Empaths can thrive when they use intuition and compassion to promote the well-being of others. An empathic friend told me, "I'm a good college professor because I know when a student needs extra help." Another empath said, "I'm an effective manager because people like to come to me. They know I understand them." While empaths find great satisfaction in helping others, we tend to give too much, putting ourselves at risk of burnout. However, when empaths in the helping profession implement self-care strategies, they can pursue a gratifying career that improves the life of many empaths. Empaths are valuable in many professions. However, you need to find the right job that supports your skills, talents, and temperament. The qualities of an empath might not be as highly valued in places like business, academia, professional sports, the military, or government. A better match may be the helping professions, arts, and organizations with a more humanistic awareness. So, use your intuition to feel if you fit with the mission and common goals of the company, its people, and the space and energy of the environment. Just because a job looks good on paper doesn't mean it's right for you. It should feel good in your gut as well as in your body.